back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm going to do a bit of a tutorial about base and contour. I'm not really going to be doing anything else like my eyes or anything. I'm going to go away and come back, but I will be explaining what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So firstly, I have got my moisturiser on and a bit of primer, so yeah, that's a given. But today I've used a bit of extra serum, a bit dry, so hopefully my foundation won't stick and it won't look too bad. So I'm onto my foundation. Today I'll be using my Illuminating Touch foundation. I like it because it's good for every day. It doesn't sort of sit in the lines, it's quite light, it's very reflective, so it's not good if you're going on a night out with loads of photos and everything. It's quite sort of, yeah, quite light, quite sort of easy to wear. When I do my foundation, I either use a sponge if I'm going out, if I want that extra coverage, or I use for every day I just use my Real Techniques. This is the sculpting brush. It's actually really big and fluffy. They do foundation brushes, but I actually really like this because it gets into all sort of the lines and all the bits that you want to hide. So we'll be using my mirror as well, my trusty mirror. So I'm going to be popping this on today. Hope you're all well and you're all doing good. Still waiting for this sunny weather to arrive, and it doesn't seem to be, but yeah. I do normally do just like circular motions, just covering all the bits and all the lines. And you too. And as you can see, I only use the tiniest amount of foundation. I don't use a lot at all. I like a sort of light coverage for day to day. I don't like something that's quite heavy unless, as I said, I'm going out. And then I will go all out. I'll be using my beauty blenders, I'll be layering, I'll be, yeah. It's only, but for day to day, just use my brush. Yeah, today is like nice and quiet, but yesterday I spent an hour and a half filming and it didn't actually film, so this is like round 2 for me. Yeah, I wasn't happy. It filmed 3 minutes. 3, that's all, 3 minutes. Could have cried, literally could have cried. As you can see, quite a yellow base as this foundation is. Just make sure it's all blended in. I've got quite a bit of breakouts at the moment on my chin. I don't know why. I think it's hormones. That's what I say. It's always hormones, so that's what I'm hoping that it is, and that'll settle down. So there you go for that. So as you can see, nice and evenly blended. I'm going to be using today my new powder, which is Maybelline Fit Me in Ivory. I'm not sure whether it's going to be too light or not, but I shall find out. But before that, I shall be using concealer. I use the True Match one for every day just because it's a lovely light formula. It goes on well, it doesn't sink into the lines. It sort of, yeah, it also, I take it a shade lighter so it can be used as a highlighter as well. I just use my finger for my concealer, just dabbing it in. Make sure your hands are clean first, obviously, because that'll just mean that you'll spread breakouts all over your face, and nobody wants breakouts. Nobody wants breakouts at all. So for every day, I'll just pop this underneath, but I don't go mad. If I was going for, like I said, a night out, I would put it further down, just getting on there, on that horrible wrinkle that I've inherited off my mother. Mother, if you're watching this, that's fine. I know that you've got it from none. And just around my nose, and there's like lovely redness around my nose. There we go, looking nice and even hopefully, and not too blotchy. I was thinking it looked like a bit like an egg at this point, like egg face. Like it could be anything, but you just look like an egg. Everyone looks like an egg with no contour on. So the Maybelline Fit Me, this is brand new, so we shall see how it is. I'm hoping that it's not going to wash me out too much. Look at that. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I'm liking it actually. actually. I usually use the Max Factor Photo, I think it's Photo Ready or Masterpiece one, and I've been using that for ages, but this was on offer. This was like, it was in Sainsbury's and it was £4 I think it was, so yeah, I've been using that. There we go. Next on to brows. I won't be going into too much depth about brows because I actually want to do a brow tutorial on its own. I want to show you how I do it and how I would do it for a night out, where I add sort of more brow gel and build it up and more fading. But today I just want to concentrate on doing a lovely fresh base and explaining contouring and where to contour and how to contour. So I will be doing it another day, I promise. I will, I promise. So let's do lovely light strokes. Yeah, today is Tuesday and tomorrow should we get the new phone, so that should be interesting too. So you shall see. I will let you know what happens. So new phone day is always quite exciting. This is the Rimmel Brow Pencil Brow Professional, it's called, in dark brown. I know they do like a rich brown as well, but that always comes up a bit orangey on me, so I like doing it with a dark brown. Just fill in, following the natural shape of my arch. Nothing too fancy. Brow pencil, brow brush, not brow pencil, brow brush, that's what I'm after. I think I'll be about to buy it, use it 50 million times a day. I'm going to be using this brush. I don't know where this brush is from. I have no idea. Don't ask me. I don't know. I've got loads of brushes, but they're not. Some are like named, and I will name them if I've got them. But I haven't. So yeah, these are just a lovely sort of angled brush. And I go over, following the line of my eyebrow. There we go. I also like doing a bit of fading. That. I'll fade the ends out again. So yeah, fading again. I hope the lighting's alright because it's quite dark in here, even though I've got like natural light mainly. It is quite dark in here today because it's really sort of rainy and horrible. So I'm hoping that it's okay and you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to do it into my neck a bit. So you see my eyebrows are on. I'm actually quite blessed with quite bushy eyebrows, so I don't have to do too much filling in and too much adding into them. And my voice is really croaky today, so you'll have to bear with me on that one too. I'm going to use a bronzer for a contour, not a contour shade, which should be like a cool tone, which looks great in photos, but for me, I just like a bronzer. I'd rather contour with a bronzer. It looks more natural. It looks more youthful on my skin. You know, I'm heading towards 40. I'm not a spring chicken. So yeah, I'm going to be using the Golden Sugar palette from Makeup Revolution, or Revolution Beauty. I'll never get used to that name of change. Yeah, so I'm going to be using this shade first, and I'll show you how I pop it on my brush. Nice big fluffy blusher brush. You can use a fan brush for this, but I haven't got one as yet, so if I get one I will try it and I'll show you. But you pop it on, but only the like the top part of your brush, and then I've got an oval shaped face, so most hairstyles and things suit me. So for my face shape, I don't really have a lot of cheek definition, so I bring it under here. I'll bring it along the jawline a bit and across the hairline. I will sort of blend it in and make it a bit more human looking. If you have more square features, you can not do so much cheek contour, and you can do more hairline contour and more jawline to make it a bit more, not with a square face, what am I on about? With a square face, you'll highlight the jawbone and probably pop a bit more just above it, just to bring the balance the shape out. That's all contouring is. It's just balancing out your bits that you want to have shadow in, and the bits that you don't, you add your highlighter to. So where the tops of your cheekbones are. You'll add your highlighter, just give that pop of colour, that lovely sort of bit of shimmer, but don't go overboard as I've done before. And you look like you can see yourself in space. So yeah, it's gonna. So this is when I pull funny faces. So suck your cheeks in as hard as you can. Pop the brush with the colour underneath. So this part of the brush is actually underneath the cheekbone, and the top part of the brush is on the top part of your face. So bring it in. And then you can use the top of the brush to blend it up into your cheekbone area. And don't, when you're cheek contouring, when I first started, I used to bring it right here, like right towards my mouth, and it just looks weird, it looks muddy, it doesn't look professional. So if you just go underneath but not too far, I usually take the middle of my eye as a bit of a guideline on where I contour to. Same again on the other side, so you've got the colour on one half of the brush, half it underneath, suck in again so you can find. Just go in like that. And always blend into your ears as well, because it can look a bit weird if you've got lovely bronzed face and white ears. And I have got photos that I won't show anybody because I have got like white ears and brown face going on, it just looks weird. So yeah, just blend that in. And again, because you put the colour on the one half, you don't tend to get it coming down the face, and if you're blending upwards, it doesn't make the bottom half of your face look muddy. I'm just going to pop a bit. Again, still using half of the brush, and I'm going to use the same technique on the top of my hairline. Blending that in. I'm going to go again and blend, and where the brush is, it'll just blend it out into your hairline. Don't be afraid. If you've got brown hair, don't worry about getting your hairline because it'll just look like your hair. If you've got blonde hair, I would suggest either a really, really light bronze, or maybe just be really careful around your hairline because your blonde hair will pick up the colour. I've just got to do a bit underneath my chin. Take one of those double chins. And I like to take a smaller brush. So this is actually a foundation brush that I don't actually use for foundation anymore. I don't like these black foundation brushes, but they're great for contouring the sides of your nose. So go along, I only do the tiniest bits at the side of my nose. Put it in. I'm going to use my fluffy brush again to blend it out. And that's my contour on. So I don't look so moon faced anymore. Like human. Apart from I haven't blended my nose in, but yeah. And they can go across the bridge of your nose as well if you're a bit worried. Like bronze is always good because you can. It's always where the sun touches you. So next, exciting. Blusher. Use blusher in conjunction with your contour, especially if you're an older girl like me. Makes your face come to life, makes it warmer and more friendly. In the summer I might use sort of a light bronzer, but in the spring and winter especially, like in the summer I might use the lighter, more shimmery bronze colour. But like at this time of year, which is spring, and it's just been winter and it's been snowing and it's been horrible, I will definitely be using, I love a nice pink, blush pink colour. It's just lovely. What you need to do is when you apply it, the apples of your cheeks, and then like almost like a Nike swish, not sponsored, up to your ear. So I'm going to put that on, and with the blush you don't have to worry about getting it on half of the brush, you put it on the whole thing. So smile, pop it on, just pop it there and just really blend it in so you don't like a mentalist. Keep blending. I like using the same, some people use different brushes for their brush and their bronzer, but I tend to use the same because they blend in then better, it's easier So you can just use the same brush and you can like just brush it in. So yeah, and blend it in, brush it in. Yeah, show the side and then like a tick. It makes you just look lovely and warm and approachable. You can, I have before now just put mascara on with this and gone out. No need for shadow, no need for any of that. Got a contour on, got my blusher on, feeling good, and that's it. Sometimes that's all you need. You don't need to go out and go mad and do like really massive, huge mascara and false eyelashes and all of that on. Yeah, so I have done that before now, and I used to plop a bit of the blush on my chin as well. I don't know why. I think it looks nice. Now I've got blush on. Time for highlight. Normally I do my eyes and then I highlight last thing, but I will show you how I highlight, and then I'm going to go away and then I'm going to go do a bit of a finishing chat, but I will pop the highlight on just to show you. I've had this forever. This has lasted me so long, and I think this is still, it was I Heart Makeup, but I think this is now Revolution Beauty as well. So, and it's a lovely pinky, sort of peachy shade. It's so pretty. Big fluffy brush, you know, just whack it on. Put loads on. I love to be like, really love my highlighter. With highlighter, you want to highlight on the places in your face where the light touches. So I'll be highlighting here, along the bridge of my nose, probably just a little dot at the end of my nose, and my chin where the, oh, sparkly, you can see it in the air, that's lovely, that's so pretty. So yeah, just put it here. You can see it in the camera now, she's really hard. Here. I'm sorry that my filming is going a bit sparkly. It's quite pretty, I must admit, it's very pretty. You'll sell. It's because the lighting's picking it up. Got that sparkly filming. Sparkly. See, how fresh does that look? Love. And I think that's it for contouring. I will go away, do my eye makeup, and then I'll come back and explain how different face shapes you can do different contour in different places. I have explained this in my beauty group, Beauty Vibe UK on Facebook, but I will be explaining to you guys too, so hang on in there. I'm going to do my eyes and come back to you. Okay. Hi, I'm back. As you can see, I've done my eye makeup, a bit of a smoky look today, and I've put my lipstick on. I just wanted to finish off with extra bits that you can do with your highlight, which I forgot to mention. It always looks, I've got quite sort of thin lips, so you can take a clean brush, lovely clean brush, pop it in the highlight, the one that I use on my nose, the I Heart Makeup one, and you can just like pop it in your cupid's bow, and it actually makes your lips pop, like that lovely sort of pouty look. Other places you can use it as well, in your inner corners. Always have a bit of highlighting in your inner corners, it's fab. Makes them just come alive. See, as I said, maybe you feel like it really. You can pop highlighter on your lips, you can pop it on your cheekbones, as I said, anywhere where the light touches that you want to look better really. It's best when I take my hair on down. See my finished look today. Hair's a bit like a bird's nest, but yeah, as I was saying about other face shapes for contouring, anywhere that you want the light not to touch. So to create cheekbones, if you've got a really strong jawline, you can actually put the contour along the jawline. If you've got a very round face, you can bring the contour almost along further down as well as your like cheekbone area, so you can bring it in so it actually narrows your face down completely. Lots of things. And what I would suggest is if you just have a try, just have a play around with your makeup and not have to, it's just makeup at the end of the day, it gets washed off, it's fine. You know, it's just makeup, so have a play. As I said, The cooler toned contouring shades are great for photos. They look amazing, they look out of this world. But if you're contouring every day, I would suggest a really good bronzer. As I said, I'm using that Revolution Beauty palette, but you know, they do higher end ones. Benefit do a Hoola bronzer, which I also love. Anastasia Beverly Hills have a contour palette, which is at this world, but it is pretty pricey. There's a lot on the market. I prefer a powder bronzer, but you can also use cream bronzers, contour palettes. You can also use concealers, like the Revolution Beauty one, the Conceal and Define. That comes in a whole heap of ranges, so you could go for a very light one for your highlight and a very dark one and use a beauty blender to blend that out. Yeah, you can actually buy sticks, you can buy pans, you can buy all sorts when it comes to contouring products. Just try it, never really, just go out there, buy a bunch of stuff and have a play. I personally don't like creams, and I don't like yeah, the sort of cooler tones, but I said, like, it's all personal choice and it's all personal preference. I hope that's been a help to you. I hope that you've enjoyed watching. It hasn't been too arduous. I hope that you can subscribe. I hope you can join me. I hope you want a one-to-one with me. I'm always available on my beauty group, Beautify UK, on Facebook. And yeah, that's about it really. So if you want to join in, or you've got any comments or anything you want to say, just put them in the comment box below, and I will get back to you all. I promise I will get back to you all. So, but hopefully I'll be back again with another tutorial very soon. So thanks, bye.